Played in the main draw of all the Grand Slams this year, so that's a big jump for him.
Donskoy able to hold. 1-all in the second.
Well, Hewitt's got to be a little wary of this young fella, because his career high singles ranking was in July of this year. It's just after Wimbledon, where he got up as far as 65 on the ATP rankings.
Hewitt, former #1, 80 weeks in the top spot. That's number 10 all time as far as longevity. Top the rankings. How has his game changed, Fred, since he was in the top spot?
It probably hasn't, Jason. I don't think he's still got the same love for the game. I think that where it has changed is just basically that he's lost half a step, but and also he has gotten a little bit more aggressive now, realizing that now the game is more power than it was when he played, and the likes then were Juan Carlos Ferrero, Tommy Robredo, those guys that played like Leighton. They didn't have really a big knockout punch. And Hewitt is probably one of the best returners in the sport. And I think he's had to pick the pace up and be a little bit more aggressive. Always had a problem with first serve percentages for all the years that we called his matches back to Australia at Wimbledon. And very rarely did the first serve percentages get over like 55%. And most of the time they were a little bit under that.
Look at Andy Murray on ash, taking the first game of the third. We'll get you back there momentarily. So quality work on the first serve there by Hewitt. You're talking about percentages. He's at 63% with the first serve success rate here in this match.
Good scrambling again there from Hewitt as he half volleys that one back just to keep it in play.
40 minutes of work so far, continuing a possible run to the next round after knocking off Juan Martín del Potro the other night, taking on Donskoy of Russia. Hewitt won the first 6-3, and right now up 5-4 in the second.
As I mentioned, these matches are tough to get up for after you've come through a huge win over Del Potro, and you go on to a grandstand court. It's a very intimate court, good court to play on, actually, the grandstand court. Hewitt won the first set against this young fellow, and he's expected to win. Evgeny Donskoy from Russia. He's had some in all the Grand Slams this year. Hasn't had much success, but once you get in the Grand Slams, you get a bit of confidence. He's not intimidated by Lleyton Hewitt. He knows that Lleyton Hewitt was #1 in the world in just after 2000, and he'll go after him today. And Hewitt has got the job ahead of him to keep the concentration level up to get through when he's expected to win comfortably.
Checking in with an ace is Donskoy, and on the verge of a service game at love. And accomplishes that task. But now he's going to try to find a way to break Hewitt, and hasn't been able to do that in the match. Hasn't even had a break point opportunity. It gets late.
Hewitt there, first serve percentages for the match, 57, that are not so bad. This set they've dropped down a little bit though, but as you mentioned, when he gets that first serve in, he wins 9 out of 10 points. So this is a big part of the end of this set, is to try and get first serves in, try and get a 2 sets to love lead. I would think this would have to be a must-win set for the young Russian.
Curve one in down the line.
There's Beck in the middle there with the sunglasses on, his wife. They have their home now down in the Bahamas, their main residence. Good lifestyle down there, particularly for the kids as well. Like all the youngsters today, they just seem to go for broke on returns, on second serves. Hewitt's only lost 1 point in this set on first serves. Hasn't lost too many on the second serve, so it's been a comfortable set for him so far. But if this gets into a tiebreak, he can throw all those rules out the window. It just becomes Russian roulette, point by point.
The quality service game so far for Hewitt. Spirited return there for the Russian.
Quite incredible. We thought that Hewitt had done a good job by getting that over the high part of the net, which is the tough one, and he hit it well. But, good foot speed from the young Russian. Not a good serve, that one from Hewitt. 113 miles an hour, ducked ahead, pulled it down into the net.
Back to deuce after having the big lead in this service game.
Yeah, 40 love, and Hewitt, 40 love, a couple of big shots from Donskoy. One of them, the second one out wide, Hewitt sort of had a look and was going to challenge but didn't, and now we're at deuce. So a little bit tense at the moment for the Australian veteran.
First break point opportunity of the match for Donskoy.
he was moving forward and it hit the tape, bounced up high, so he was committed to the move forward, had to go in. And Donskoy just not quite on balance when he made that shot, barely missed it. Bit of a break there for Hewitt.
Stops a run of points for Donskoy.
Oh, that was in too.
Lifted to the corner, and it was in.
It said zip off the line. Oh, service percentage has gone back down again to 50%. That's his Achilles heel in big matches. Oh. Second serve to the strength. It's a gutsy effort because that serve from the juice court, he rifled that forehand in down the corner and missed the easy second serve.
Deuce for the third time. Yeah, that's going to be a challenge. Chase review on the way.
Oh, it's bad luck for Hewitt. He had full control of that point. Now they've got to replay the point. Players accept that rule, but it's tough under conditions. When you get in matches and it's tight like this and you've hit one and you get ready to play an easy volley, and then get a line judge call, and then you have to replay the point, you're going to be pretty strong mentally to accept that. Hewitt's very good over the years, proving himself very good tactician. He works players out, and in this last couple of games he's worked this guy out to the forehand side, way outside his serve, even second serves to the forehand to stretch him out wide. So we haven't seen a lot of this match played, but there's he's getting a few errors, also a few winners. Kid's hitting a few errors, another one to the forehand. Oh, he pulled it wide.
21 unforced errors for Donskoy against 14 total winners, and Hewitt with more winners than errors by 1, 20-19.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy forehand, and again he was attacking the forehand wing of Donskoy.
Little power unleashed for the 23-year-old.
Very patient during that rally, and it seems as though the backhand here is pretty solid. And he gets this one, not a lot of pace on it, and then lets rip the forehand, finds the paint. So another break point. This is the first game that you mentioned that he's had break points in the match. tentative throughout that rally, though. He's not brave enough to go for something against Del Potro the other night. Anything that came up like that, he had a crack at and tried to do something with. Here, it's a very tentative effort in that point, but he saved the break point. That's the difference when you play somebody that is ranked just outside the top 100.
Chance now for Hewitt to finally close out this marathon game. Approaching the 11-minute mark. Gutsy effort from Hewitt. Down a couple of break points.
Hewitt leads 6 games behind, second set by 1 set 2.
To get back to the round of 16 at the U.S. Open for the first time since 2006. It's been some sloppy play from Donskoy. That's been less common in this set than it was previously in set number 3. That's just his 5th winner against 12 unforced errors, and Hewitt has certainly taken full advantage to get to 5-1. Insurance break allowing him to serve for the match, and now 2 points separate Leighton Hewitt from booking a spot in the 4th round. Donskoy does have the power. He showed in the last set. It's just been too little, far too often.
Yes,
not enough.
Most definitely he's going for broke now. He knows he's down 5-1. The only way out now is to hit his way out of it. But 20 of those big forehands. He's an impressive youngster. Hewitt's done a good job here, though, down losing that 3rd set. After that big victory, sometimes you have a bit of a letdown, particularly against somebody when you're on outside court. This is a grandstand, but he's expected to win this one comfortably.
Of course, the big victory you're speaking of, the win over Juan Martín del Potro the other night, and now he has his 11th ace.
On a second serve, too. But that's the tactic he's used throughout this match, is get out to the Donskoy forehand on that juice court. Still hasn't got his service percentages over 50% though throughout the match, Hewitt. That's not going to do it for him as he goes deeper into this event.
Donskoy playing in his first main draw appearance here at the U.S. Open against a veteran who's been to a couple of finals, picked up the title in 2001. He prolongs his stay with the forehand winner, deuce.
See whether he's brave enough to go for another second serve out of the forehand. This kid's just going for broke now, just teeing off on everything. Hewitt's a little fortunate that he's got those 2 service breaks, maybe.
Yeah, that second one looks pretty big right here as Donskoy tries to break Hewitt for the first time in the set. Just missing the mark.
Well, that's the thing, Kevin, going for broke on all those. You can't expect to hit them all for winners. You just tee it off and laying and back, and you're going to hit some great ones, but Hewitt's just got to hope that a couple of errors come in.
He's benefited greatly from Evgeny's inability to find the court in this set.
Call out, then there was a correction, and now there's a challenge.
Challenge in the court on the right baseline.
Just Donskoy.
Yep.
Well, he issues the challenge, hanging on what could be a potentially massive decision.
Donskoy was right.
Advantage Donskoy.
Fred, that's where Leighton has excelled in this match overall. He did have the problem in set number 3, was broken the one time in the match, but he's played the big points very well. He's converted 4 of his own 7, and he saved 6 of 7 for against Donskoy.
Well, he's had the experience in that situation, hasn't he? Well, this young fella's just pretty raw when you get out there and have a look at the experience factor, but he is a raw talent, the young Russian. That was good. No, it was long, so a match point.
And a second try for the Australian. It's remarkable rebound after that very emotional and very physical match against Del Potro to put himself in this position.
That's the thing with the youngsters today. They're not intimidated. They don't feel the nerves. Maybe the first couple of games of the match, but when they get in, they just feel that they have enough talent to beat anybody. And this boy is at 22, about 22 4-hand winners.
Yeah, amongst the 41 total for the match, he saves a second match point. 23-year-old, born and still lives in Moscow. Ranked 102 in the world, Evgeny Donskoy. Going to be facing match point number 3.
That's a good play again for Hewitt to put the youngster under the pressure. He's hit some big forehands under his terms. But on that occasion, it was a short one that basically drew Hewitt into the net. He didn't try those Peter Luxak in the green shirt. He's his hitting partner and good friend. The next Davis Cup player for Australia as well. Played on the tour. Match point again.
And that's it. The 32-year-old from Australian. Or
From Australia. Get it right there, Kevin.